did you get a Switch 2? How does it compare to the Switch 1? And especially, how does it compare to the Steam Deck?
Angel Knot.
Salutations to the nations. What's good, Angel Knots? It's your boy, Young Sinai. So today, we are going to be watching a video by Moist Critical, a.k.a. Penguin Zero, a.k.a. Charlie, okay? Now, I like Charlie's videos, but he does be saying some off-the-wall stuff. So, Lucky, I might need you to edit out a lot of cuss words. I usually, let people rock and, kind of talk how they talk, but sometimes he be going off the rails. You feel me? And so, but yeah, let's go ahead and hear what he has to say. That might not be the case. It's not always the case, but sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
If you know, you know.
Under any circumstances.
Oh, my bad. He's going to be talking about Switch 2 drama. So let's see what he's talking about.
There are two things in this world that never work under any circumstances: the McDonald's ice cream machines and gaming boycotts.
Yo, I saw like a whole conspiracy theory about those McDonald's machines saying that like they break intentionally or something like that. Allegedly. Okay, alleged. Oh my gosh, I can't get my words out. All right.
Gamers have an insatiable appetite to consume. To reject that urge goes against their very nature. Anytime something shiny comes out, you can bet your sweet bippy it will be purchased and played, no matter how vocal people are about abstaining from it. And
nah, I ain't buy them. I will, Lord willing, I will, but not when it's first released. Because, that price was a little too high for what I was willing to pay. But I'll probably get it secondhand or refurbished.
Not buying it. Like, the most notable being Modern Warfare 2. There was a big hoopla and a huge movement about boycotting Modern Warfare 2. And then if you went into, like, the Steam group from the big boycott organization, almost every single person in there was currently online on launch day playing the game. And that's just kind of been the song and dance for gaming boycotts forever, really. Interrupting this broadcast real quick to give you an announcement that StarForge is doing an absolutely massive sale right now. So, of course, they're voted no. Huge push against the Nintendo Switch 2 for a lot of bad business practices. And people were talking about how they're definitely not buying it this time around. They don't want to support it. And I'm sure you can already guess chapter 2 of this story here, the climax. The Nintendo Switch 2 releases, and that shit has been gobbled up like a bowl of cereal by a ton of people that were very outspoken against the Switch 2 and talking about like they won't be purchasing it, which was all very easy to say before it was available. But now that it's here, they have jumped on that opportunity to own one enthusiastically and are playing it furiously and enjoying it too. I didn't expect the Switch 2 to flop. It was very predictable that everyone that was rallying against it was going to inevitably purchase it because this is like clockwork. It happens all the time in gaming. It was always going to be a super success.
Let me know, did you get a Switch 2? If you did, are you enjoying it? Do you like it more than your original Switch? Let me know.
I talked about that numerous times over my coverage of Nintendo and everything that's been going on there recently. So I'm not...
Also, if you have... this is what I want to know. If you have a Switch 2 and you have a Steam Deck, which one do you prefer?
Surprised that I'm not angry or anything either. I just find it very silly. And unfortunately, it's putting me in a pickle where a lot of people think I'm going to cave and buy a Switch 2 any day now. Because I'm sure a lot of you know I'm not the biggest Nintendo enthusiast in recent years with a lot of their behavior against the community that loves their games, as well as their...
Nintendo hates their fans. I hate Nintendo! Oh, gosh. I don't hate the people there. I hate a lot of their business practices. And I love their games, I love their people too. Because Jesus loves their people. Let's keep going.
Litigious nature of going after things that they believe is some kind of threat, like Pal World, and really overreaching there, mind you. And their pricing, I think, being abominable and a huge blemish to this whole industry, trying to normalize the $80 first-party titles, paid services for things that...
Life is so expensive as it is, man. And people buy these games just to, have a little fun during the day and They making people have to work extra hours to get some of these games.
They're currently free, like the Discord equivalent in the Switch 2, which is just...
You know the biggest Nintendo Switch 2 where I'm like, you got some nerve, Nintendo, is them trying to charge $10 for a tutorial video game about the Switch 2. You
just a much
you got me messed up for real, for real.
worse version of it, just using Discord. I could go on and on. I've already told you these things. I don't need to just regurgitate them, baby bird them into your mouth again. Point is, I've made it very clear that I had no plans of getting the Nintendo Switch 2. At the time, I had absolutely no desire to get the Nintendo Switch 2. And I still don't. I still didn't buy a Nintendo Switch 2, and I don't even have like the slightest semblance, like not even like the one molecule in my being is tempted to buy.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a lot worse for me, especially with that Mario Kart. That Mario Kart does look hard, I ain't gonna lie, but I thought it was gonna be like eating me alive, but it's not. I just been playing Street Fighter 6 on the PS5, happy as ever.
The Switch 2. And that's not even because I'm someone that like calls for a boycott of Nintendo or anything. I really don't care. There's a lot of people that bought it, they're really enjoying it, and a lot of people are reporting that it's a great console, and I'm very happy that they're having fun with it. At the end of the day, that's the most important part. So it doesn't bother me whatsoever. I have never once tried to, like shout out a rallying cry to stand up to Nintendo. If you want to buy it and you're having fun with it, all power to you. I'm just not in that camp. I've never tried to be a boycott Barry here, trying to get people to not buy the Switch 2. All I've been doing is just talking about things that I personally don't agree with the way Nintendo's been doing things over the last couple of years. But if people want to get it, I think that's great. And have...
Man, Moist Critical looks like Keanu Reeves. Am I tripping? Does he look like Keanu Reeves with very long hair?
Fun doing that. I've seen some really cool videos too from like the midnight launches. It felt very nostalgic because I remember being a kid going to like midnight launches for Gears of War 2, for example. And the clips I've seen really do remind me of that. That's a very fun thing to see happen again. Like Dashi and Corey Kenshin were apparently at one of the midnight launches, and they were dancing and having fun, and everyone was having a great time for the Switch 2 launch. I encourage it, and I'm glad so many people are enjoying it. I'm just not someone that is getting the Switch 2 for a variety of different reasons. Now, even if it wasn't like Nintendo's business practices that I had such an issue with, the launch catalog also just isn't really super appealing to me, personally. Looking at the Switch 2's drop just isn't exciting. It's mainly games I've already played before. In fact, it is almost exclusively games I've played before, except for the new Mario Kart game. So, like, I don't really need to just pay full price for games I've already experienced just to experience them again on the Switch 2. That doesn't make me, salivate and want to sink my teeth into it. And I'm not so excited about the new Mario Kart that I need to go out there right now and buy the system to experience it. But that's just me and my size small underpants here. Like, that's not going to be a one-size-fits-all for everyone else. Maybe there are people out there that didn't play these games and want to experience them on the Switch too. They want to have the handheld capabilities. That's totally fine. And you bought the system so that way you can play them for the first time, or you're a huge Mario Kart fan and this was a system seller for you. Again, all power to you. It's just, for me personally, I won't be getting it. Because of so many people that were outspoken now buying the Switch 2, I'm getting lumped into that group for some reason about like, any day now Charles is going to buy it because he was trying so hard to push against Nintendo and try and get everyone else to do that with him. I wasn't. Yes, I was pushing hard against Nintendo because it's a company that produces...
I'm going to fast forward a little bit because I haven't really heard any drama, right? So let's see if there's some Switch 2 drama.
Games that watch the bangers, games that absolutely slap. Like, that wasn't the case, and it makes me upset. And I don't have any desire to support that. But, again, that's just me. I'm not... The thing is that you're having fun not getting it. So, I'm not your enemy. One that did get a Switch here. This is one personal Neanderthals that maybe don't matter to you at all. They just on it anytime soon. Will I consider it in the future? Maybe. Sure.
All right. So I didn't really hear about any Switch 2 drama. You feel me? I heard a bunch of reasons why Moist Critical is happy that people are happy with their Switch and he not getting one. no time soon. He might say it in the last minute of his video or something, but I got ADHD. You feel me? And so I ain't gonna make it through the rest. You feel me? Let me know. I'm more interested in, did you get a Switch 2? And if you did, how does it compare to the Switch 1? And especially, how does it compare to the Steam Deck if you own the Steam Deck? That's what I'm really interested in and what you all have to say. Shout outs to Moist Critical. He did not go as crazy talking about some of the vulgar things that he's talked about before. So that's what's up. But yo, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Please make sure that you like and subscribe. I'm on my journey to my first 1,000 subs. Thank you all for everyone who has been commenting, liking the videos. It means a ton. If you subscribe, I am giving away a TrimUI brick. You can see how to win that in the post when you sub. God bless and salutations to the nations. Peace.
Angel Knot.